welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing a mini tutorial slash review and swatches on the new ALEXIS REN times COLOURPOP, or ALEXIS REN X COLOURPOP, however you want to say it, collection. No, I don't have any of the lipsticks because I couldn't afford them, but I did buy the bronzer slash highlight duo, and I'm really excited about this. I was really excited about this. I'm so excited to see that COLOURPOP was coming out with a pressed bronzer and a pressed highlighter. I do have their like highlighters in the can thing that you twist, and you know what I mean. And I love them, so I was really excited to try this. But yeah, if you guys like me, then you should subscribe before you leave, and also don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you like this video at the end. And if you guys want to see my mini tutorial, I will jump into that right now, and then right after that you will hear my thoughts. Let's get on to it. So we are going to start off with the eyes. I've got my face makeup done, and I've primed my eyes, my eyebrows are done. I don't have any like bronzer, highlighter, blush on. That will be later, but let's start out with the eyes. So this is the palette. Here we've got like a really goldeny, topaz-y highlight and a bronzer. And I don't know if you can tell, the bronzer is pretty matte. It's matte, but it does kind of have a tiny bit of a slight sheen to it. So I'm doing a very basic look. I'm only gonna use these two on my eye. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pick up the bronzer shade and put it in my crease. And kind of blow it out higher. And I'm just gonna take a little bit more and kind of just like bring it into the outer third area. I'm really just gonna try and deepen the crease, so I'm just putting a little bit more just right in that crease area. Now I'm just gonna take a big fluffy brush and kind of soften the edges up here, because we don't want any harsh lines. Now with this brush here, I'm going to take the highlight shade. Can you focus, camera, please? There we go. Nope, there we go. Now I'm gonna take this highlight shade and just kind of sweep that across the lid. The color is stunning, that's for sure. And it is quite pigmented. Just gonna take the first brush we used, pick up a little bit more of the bronzer shade, and just kind of blend it in with the outer third area with the highlight shade. And I'm just gonna kind of sweep a little bit of the bronzer shade on my lower lash line. I'm not trying to be too perfect here. I kind of just want this to be like a really easy look. And just go in and blend a little bit more. Just taking a little bit more of the highlight shade and sweeping it across the lid. And just kind of a little bit dabbing it on the inner, what's that called? Inner corner. And just to kind of bring a little bit in, but I don't want to overwhelm my eye with gold. Okay, now for actual bronzer, I'm gonna take this with the bronzing brush I always use, tap, tap, and lightly go in. Oh, it's very pigmented. See, I already have to like kind of dust it elsewhere. It's a little bit like, I don't know if rosy is the right word, but it is a little bit like rosy, which works fine on my skin tone. It's not the best, but it is so pigmented. I'm gonna bring a little bit down the side of my nose, but I'm also a little scared. Let's see. Gotta blend that out a little bit. Shocker, I'm not gonna use a blush today because I feel like this just added enough color back into my skin that like, and I honestly don't know what would pair well with this color of bronzer. So I am going to use this highlight. I was a little worried at first that this highlight would be too dark, and like all the swatches I saw, I was like, there's no way I'm only gonna be able to use this as an eyeshadow. There's no way it's gonna work for me. But I think that if I go in like really lightly, it's gonna give me a very sun-kissed look. If I go in heavily, it'll be too pigmented and it'll be too dark. But if I go in lightly, sun-kissed, I think it's gonna work. Let's try it. See? It's not too dark. You can tell that it's like a golden highlight, but it's not too dark at all. I think in the summer, this will be like a really pretty brush bronzer highlight, whatever it is. I think this will be really pretty, like a perfect tone. I do think that I probably shouldn't have put it down my nose. I gotta be honest with you. I feel like the color is just like too goldeny and warm for my nose, but hey. You win some, you lose some. I am going to put some mascara on and then I'll be right back to give you guys my final thoughts. Okay, so real quick, I don't have a lipstick on. I actually just have chapstick on and it feels great. Very comfortable. Anyways, so we put the ALEXIS REN times COLOURPOP or X COLOURPOP, however you want to say it. We put that on my eyes and on my face, and I actually really like this. The bronzer shade is definitely different than a lot of bronzers I have. It's a little bit more like rosy and not orangey, but very warm, and I don't know how to explain that without it sounding bad, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. But it did warm up the skin really well, and I don't know if you guys can tell, but the highlighter, it is very golden, very topazy. If I went in with a heavier hand, it would be way too dark. I don't know if you can see that, but it's like really pretty, like stunning, and I really like it on my eyes. It's really pretty, and I will go ahead and swatch the bronzer next to that as well. The only downside I would say is the bronzer is very, very, very pigmented, so you have to go in with a very light hand. And I do prefer bronzers that are not as pigmented so that you can build up the color and like kind of like you decide how much bronzer you're gonna put on rather than the bronzer decide how much bronzer you're gonna put on. You feel me? But that is really the only downside to this product. If you have medium skin tone, this highlight is like your new dream girl. Like, I love it. I really do love it. But it is more of like a sun-kissed, summery glow to my skin. Again, I went in with a very light hand, but I think you can tell. I can kind of see it in the viewfinder, but when the light hits it, it's like very goldeny, very light, very summery, very sun-kissed. I really like the packaging. It's not too bulky. I thought it was gonna be bulkier, but comes with a nice size mirror, which is nice, and huge pan sizes, which is really awesome because this is only like $15. As far as the formula goes, I'm thoroughly impressed. This is their first pressed powders that are for the face, but for their first time, this is really good. Again, going with a light hand because it's very pigmented, but it's very beautiful, very awesome. I can't wait to see what else they come out with. But for my eyes, I'm like, ooh, this is like sun-kissed goddess kind of makeup vibes, and I'm loving it. Very natural with just kind of like a goldeny eye, and I'm like dying for it. But really, I am. Just if you're curious, the bronzer is called Golden Moment, and the highlighter is called She's Here to Stay. This is pretty cool. I'm impressed. I'm glad I bought it. I could see myself using this, especially on my friends who have darker skin tone. This is gonna be flawless on them. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed my thoughts on the ALEXIS REN X COLOURPOP highlighting and bronzer duo. I did really enjoy it. I'm glad I bought it. Thanks for watching, you guys. If you guys like this video, if you like the way it turned out, then give this video a thumbs up. And if you like me, you should subscribe. I do post 3 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you guys don't want to miss any of them, right? Anyways, you guys have a great morning, noon, evening, day, night, whenever it is that you're watching this. I love you very much. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!